recording from this point. That's
Okay. So before start going and start doing the coding in Python, we need to do a couple of setups. And the setups look like the very first one is to go to the file and save as a workspace. And then
Mhm,
you will see a folder or a file got which looks like a JavaScript file got created in your system.
mhm,
The benefit of this
mhm,
file is that whenever you open your folder and you want to open your folder, every time you have to
mhm.
do right click and open with the Visual Studio Code. You don't have to do this one, just double click on the file and it will open in the Visual Studio. I still
Okay.
have to fix this one. Okay. That's the first setup. Second setup is that you have to create a virtual environment. I'll tell you the benefit,
Okay.
but first let's create it. Go to the new terminal
Mhm,
and
mhm.
just type Python hyphen m venv space dot venv and press enter. You dot. So you will see a new folder got created with the name of .venv. Now I might have
Yes.
done some mistake in the sense of this one. If while it is getting executed, I might have touched my keyboard, and that's why it shows the error. So just delete it sometime, anytime it shows error while creating the folder, just delete this one again and type that
Okay.
command again and do not touch the keyboard. Let it get created.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And now it got created. It won't show any error. Okay. So you see, and the benefit of this one is that let me show you through visuals. So the benefit of having a virtual environment is that you have, imagine you have a project A and project B.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
Project A requirement is to have a numpy or the libraries of this version
mhm,
1.26 or Panda 2.2. For
mhm.
project B, the requirement is 2.2, the numpy of version 2 and pandas of version 2.3. Now, if you create a normal folder and try to do this one, you won't be able to do it. Why? Because you can have only one libraries in whole Python. Got it? So
Got
one
it.
library, if it is Dancho and you have 4.2 and you want to upgrade to 5.2, the previous one will get upgraded. It's not that you get two independent Dancho with the two independent versions. That is not going to happen. Why? Because you are using single interpreter and your machine is the interpreter here. Okay, so your machine got
Okay.
one Python and one Python got one library, and that one library can have only one version, right? At one time, one application can have only one version. If you can apply with any of the application, you cannot have two different version of application in a single system, right?
Yes. Mhm,
But with virtual environment, when you create .venv file, v means virtual,
mhm,
env is environment, virtual environment file,
mhm.
it isolate your Python project from your system. Now
Got
your
it.
Python project is independent of your system, which means it is two different Python now. For project A, you are getting
Mm.
separate Python. For project B, you are getting separate virtual environment. So in this virtual
Okay.
environment, if you want to download NumPy or Panda of any version, you can download it.
Mhm,
And uh, for project B, you want to download for different version, you can do that one too as well. It won't show any conflict too.
got it. Got
So
it.
for two different projects, you can have two different pandas. Okay, and that is the benefit of
Mm.
having the virtual environment. Plus, that's a
Oh,
one
got it.
benefit.
Got it.
Second benefit is that you can share this project to other people and they won't be having any issue. Why? Because if you share it with a normal folder like this one, if their system contains, suppose Panda contain 2.2, okay,
Mm,
and you are sharing with 2.3, then
mm,
it will show error. Your project won't run. And that
mhm,
is what
mhm.
happens. People complains that it works in my system, but it's not working in the client system.
Working in the. Mhm,
Why? Because you had your own configuration. You are not supposed to send the
mhm,
configuration to the client.
mhm,
So that's why
mhm, mhm.
you always create a virtual environment. Okay.
Okay. I have only one question that
Yeah.
do the system automatically switch to the different version, or we have to choose a version when we creating the virtual
Y-
environment?
You have to choose the version. If you just
Okay,
download,
we.
I'll show you.
Hmm.
If I only download, if I do only pip, even pip is a library which you
Hmm,
have to
hmm,
install it if you are installing Python. But when you get a
hmm,
virtual environment
hmm,
gives you pips along with it. See,
hmm,
so you don't have to do pip again installation separately. I'll do pip install
hmm,
pandas. Okay,
hmm, hmm, hmm,
and now it will install the panda, and then uh, panda is already installed. It's saying with the version of 2.4.4. Okay,
hmm, hmm, hmm,
with this version, and suppose go back. This is Python tutor.
hmm,
I'll create a new folder. Tutor one and open this one. And then I have to do the first thing is to save as a workspace. Saved. Go to the terminal. Terminal. Python -m. Press enter and create the virtual environment. Again, I touched. Sorry. If you even
okay.
scroll the mouse now, it will not
It's not
execute.
gonna work.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So it's good to have errors, okay? Because if my time it won't show error, and while you doing it, it shows the error. You might get confused. That मेरे time error क्यों आ
Confused,
रहा है?
yes.
So it's good to have errors. Just run it and don't touch it. Okay. Now it's done. I'll do pip install panda. What version? Suppose the previous version was, which by default we get it, of 2.4.4, right?
Mhm.
Let's go with 2.4.0. Now it is showing error because such version is not there. I know such version is
Mm.
not there. I just wanted to see the version which are available. So these are the version which are
Okay, okay.
available. So what I will
Availables,
do,
okay.
I'll just take any version of the available one, 0.1.1. Okay, that is of
Mhm.
my choice. I'll press enter.
Okay.
Now see, it is saying that Python Panda with this version. Okay, already satisfied, which
Mhm.
means initially it was
Mhm.
there. Okay, so
Okay,
now
okay.
I'm having two pandas, one with a
Mhm.
version of 0.1.1 and another with a
Mhm.
version of 2.4.4.
2 point, and this is on the same file
Different file. For
or different
Python
files?
Tute, this is for Python Tute. It has own
Mhm.
venv and for other one. And this is
But
Python Tute 1.
one for its own.
Okay,
But we
Tute 1.
cannot have a two different version in a same file, right?
Yeah, you cannot have two different versions in
You cannot
same
have that.
project. Two different project, two
Mm-hmm.
different pandas you can have. And that is also
Okay, okay.
possible because of the virtual environment. If you do not have that one,
Oh,
even with
okay, okay.
4 or 5 projects,
Mhm.
you cannot have pandas. Okay.
So
So try
basically,
the.
as what
Mhm.
I'm understanding is like once you install the pandas in your system, it the default version is considered as 2.4, right? So
Yep,
it will be same for each and every folder that you created for Python. But
correct.
if you want to, yeah, if you want to change any of your folder, you can only change from the virtual environment. Otherwise, it
Yep,
will take the default one, right?
yep.
Got it, got it. And then the second point you told that is if you created with a smaller version, maybe a different version, and if
Mhm.
somebody is running in their system, but their system don't installed it that version in there,
Mhm.
Like they had, for an example, we
They have
created this in, yeah,
2.4
zero point 0.1. Yeah.
points. Yeah,
Yes.
0.1,
Yes.
imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we
And
have a
you are
zero point
sending,
0.1.
yeah,
We are
0.
sending
Point,
this one, the one.
yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when
So
if
it will.
you are
Hmm.
sending without virtual environment, it will show
Hmm.
error for them. And if you are
Hmm.
sending with virtual environment, it won't show
Hmm.
error.
It won't show. It will just run. It will just update by itself to the
Yeah,
for
not by
their
itself.
local version.
Along with that, you have to send a requirement.txt file
Okay. Okay. Okay.
where you will
Okay.
mention what should be the version of your Panda. Okay,
Pandas. Okay. Okay. Got it.
we'll
Got it.
come to
Got it.
that one. See, when you send
Okay.
your
Okay.
virtual environment, requirement.txt
You,
goes
just
along with it,
requirement.txt. Yes.
where
Yes.
you mention all the libraries along with the version that it includes. Okay,
Hmm.
and we will take care of that one. So understood both the importance of normal folder,
Yes.
having a normal folder, or having a virtual environment folder.
Okay.
Okay. So couple of questions. Let's see why it is named as VNV, because V stands for
Yes.
virtual, ENV stands for
Hmm.
environment. Okay.
Environment. Okay.
Now what is inside VNV? You will see a script library PYENV, basically Python uh, virtual environment configuration.
Hmm.
I'll show you.
Hmm.
So when you go inside it, you'll see the libraries. So libraries, all the default are the important, like the pip libraries, which let you to
Hmm.
install the
Hmm.
packages. So all the packages which you
Hmm.
install goes inside the pip. Okay.
Got it.
Then so that's why it is totally isolated. It is not getting installed in your system Python. It is installing in the virtual environment.
Virtual system. Oh, okay. Okay.
And then a script. There is a two script. One is activated.bat. One is deactivate.bat. Okay, this is the
Hmm.
batch file. Deactivate batch file, deactivate your system. Activated batch
Hmm.
file, activate the virtual environment. So what
Hmm.
happened? Now this project is wholly based on this virtual environment, built on this virtual environment. Okay, it is
Hmm.
because the system environment has been deactivated by this one. And then there is one PowerShell file, okay, where the
Hmm.
script is being written, how to deactivate, okay, how to activate
Hmm.
the virtual environment.
Hmm.
Okay, you can go through it, but you will not understand as PowerShell is not in our course. Okay, but you
Okay.
can easily understand. You can just copy, send it to the chat
Hmm.
GPT and say what is the conclusion of this code. Okay, it will
Hmm.
tell you in just few lines, readable
Okay.
lines. Okay, and then we have
Okay.
pyenv configuration file where it is mentioned what should be the version, okay, version of your virtual environment. Okay.
Got it.
Also, it also detect the where is the Python located in your system. Why? Because it
Okay.
has to create a virtual environment over the Python that you already have in your system. So you can see
Hmm.
this is
Hmm.
the Python that you have, and this is the virtual environment that we created.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the things that are included in your venv file. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever the file next now onwards you have to make, just make outside it. Okay. Inside the tut folder, but outside the virtual environment. You don't have to put it inside the virtual environment. Virtual environment already isolated. Now whatever the file I'll create, like main.py, it is outside the virtual environment. Okay.
Oh, this is outside the virtual environment.
Yeah, nothing you have to include. Let it be as it is. Once you installed it, virtual environment, no need to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep it as it is. Now
Okay.
you do
Okay.
normal programming, whatever you do.
Okay. Okay.
Then do my Python file go inside venv? No. Okay. Once it
Hmm.
installed, keep it as it is. Do your rest of the coding as it is. When
Got
should you
it.
use uh, virtual environment file? Almost every project should include it. Okay.
Hmm.
Even when using third party packages, use it. When collaborating with other, use it. For
Hmm.
what is this, reproducible environment,
Yes.
use it again.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, then if you see the features, isolate the package, yes. With this with normal folder, no, they won't isolate. Then different package version per project, you can have different package version, right? But here you can't, you can
Hmm.
have only one version.
Mhm.
Affects system Python? Nope, it won't affect your Python at all. But this one definitely
Mhm.
affect. Why? Because you have only one Python.
One person, yes.
Easy to share with others? Absolutely. And it is
Yes.
recommend to share when only you have this venv file. Otherwise, don't share it. Not to share. Recommend
Mm.
for development? Absolutely. And this is only for
Mm.
simple script. If you're writing a small program or anything, then you can
Mhm.
avoid using this venv. But if you're creating a project, okay,
Mm.
definitely use venv. Yeah. Best practice, if you see, this is the code, basically the Python to install it. Activate the environment, install the requirement.txt. We'll come to this one later. Overall, you understood the use of venv and the normal
Yes.
differences
Yes. Yes.
and their
Yes.
importance. Great.
Yes.
So that's all for today's class. Hope you learned something
Okay.
new.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Stop the recording. Yeah.
Yeah, before you turn off the recording, I
Go
just
ahead.
want you to, I'm really sorry. I'm
No, no, no
gonna
worries.
make you to repeat few things.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very beginning of the class, we know like we went into the industrial side, right? So
Right.
can you just summarize that, or maybe the topics, what topics we have discussed? Can you go through just one more time? Like
So,
I'm not saying like in detail, just the topic names, or maybe
yeah,
summarize
yeah.
it. So if I want, yeah, I can revise it after.
Sure. So the thing is, whenever you being as a developer, your task is to code. Okay.
Mm,
What happens
mm,
after the code? Generally, developers do not care about it, but they
mm,
should know it that what happens after the code, how your code reaches to the customer, the flow that
mm,
you should know it. When you,
mm,
I'll tell you the whole flow. So when you create your Python code, okay, you have to
mm,
raise a PR request. Basically, when you push your code, it do not directly go
mm,
and merge to the main branch, basically the main code.
mm,
Otherwise, anyone
mm,
can code and put it. If it is wrong, also it will get merged, and suddenly your whole code get destroyed. I mean, corrupted.
mm,
Right. So
mm,
it is the best practice. You have to raise a PR. Okay, I'll show you the
mm.
flow in the next class. Raise a
Okay.
PR. Okay. Once the PR is approved, then it get merged with the
Mm,
main file. Once in the main file it
mm,
get merged, then a pipeline
mm,
will get triggered, which will build your
mm.
project. The outcome of that pipeline would be an artifact or any binary file. Okay.
Okay.
Basically the
Yes.
exe, DLL, zip
Y-
files, this will be.
Yes.
Okay. Where
Yes.
your application will run. For example, your application, generally your application runs on exe. So again, your
Okay.
exe will get signed. Digital signature will be there if it is a license one. If you want to create a
Mm,
license, okay, not the pirated one. So
mm,
it gets signed. All the reputed companies does the signature on it. Okay. So once
mm.
the signature is done, then it is delivered to the customer or uploaded to the website from where the customer download it. So that is the whole
Okay.
process it goes. Okay.
Mm,
In
okay.
next class,
Okay.
I
Okay.
may show you the whole process, how it leads. But between the
Okay.
after
Okay.
pushing the code, there are a lot of tools involved where DevOps people comes into the picture and take care
Mm.
of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you
Okay.
just show the picture of that Azure platform? Just
Oh,
to
Azure DevOps
yeah.
platform.
Yes. Yeah. The one where we have the pipelines and
Yep.
everything. Yes, this is the
So
one.
this is
Okay.
how it looks.
Okay.
I'll tell
Okay.
you about
Yeah.
this platform in detail. Okay.
Okay. No worries.
Because yeah, it's not yeah,
Today just wasn't like an overview, like
yeah,
how things
work.
works while creating the project and how it gets implemented in a real life.
Correct.
Uh, yeah. Okay. 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 But we will going to go into a
Yeah,
details.
we'll
Okay.
definitely go into the details. It will be far more
Uh,
advanced
uh,
than just a Python coding. Yeah.
okay. 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 And then we talked about the open source, right? The Python
Yep.
open source. I think the
Yes.
second topic was that only, right? The first slide.
Yeah.
Why
Being
Python?
open
Why
source, the
Python is important.
benefit is having you have the whole world to contribute to the Python.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So you are not limited to any small company or any
Any
company.
small company. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
where you have limited amount number of coders. Now here people who is sitting at a home can easily create and interested. If you have any open source contribution, companies will
Hmm.
hire
Hmm.
you in a second or in a, you know, it will boom your resume. I'm telling you.
Resume.
If
Okay.
you can
Okay.
prove that
Okay.
you
Okay.
have done some open source contribution, companies are
Mm-hmm.
eagerly waiting to accept you. Okay. Suppose this
Mm,
one, the
gotcha.
typing extension. So
Definitely.
if you figure out, you download the code, you understood the procedure to download it, just go copy
Mm.
this one. Okay. Do the
Yes.
git clone
Yes.
and clone in your
Mm.
system. The moment you clone
Okay.
it, you have the access of this code. But when you will push it,
Got it.
your
Mm-hmm.
changes will not directly merge. It will come over here to the pull request. So once the pull request get approved by the people who is some of the people who is doing that one, then only it will get merged with the main branch.
Mm.
Okay, you see this main branch.
There's the mid bench. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and below are the people who all the branches. Suppose there is a person who sent with this branch name, patch one,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
GLE something something patch one. So this
Yes.
branch he send some changes. Once the changes
Mm.
approved, get merged with the main branch. Okay.
Okay.
And if you see, you can if you want to
Okay.
see
Okay.
the history, commit what are the changes went in, click on the commits, all the
Mm.
changes. If you just click on single
Got it.
single, you will get what went with this code. Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So
Got it. Got
that's
it. Got it.
how it
Yeah,
works.
that's all we talk. Yes, yeah, that we talked
Yep.
about just the Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio. Why it
Yep.
is like yes difference because, but I
Yep.
got that part, so you don't have to repeat it. That's okay.
No, that's it.
And then
Do your
also we're
more
going
research,
to
okay?
yes, yes, no, of course I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
That's why I asked you like don't go like in a
Mm,
detail, but even if you
yep.
can tell me the topics, I will just search and look into it more into the
Sure.
detail. And then yep, as throughout the course we're going to do a late code questions too, right?
Yep. Definitely.
Okay, okay. No worries, no
Okay.
worries.
I'll pick up
Yep, you
few
can
few.
stop the
Mhm.
recording now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Because